Welcome to. We now have all of them, guys. We have all of the AMD CPUs now, and all of the information is out there, and we are gonna build with it. That's where it's gonna go. I think that's pretty much where it's gonna leave. Welcome everybody. I am Robeytech. Super glad to have you guys here. Sorry for the longer wait in the week for the streams, but again, we're waiting for embargoes to lift so that way we can do streams that are more relevant to you guys. And so, this will be kind of the last week that we have them all towards the end of the week. But it should be a really, really fun time. And so these are going to be a little bit longer anyway, because not only are we building in a case that we haven't built in before, the SUP01 from Lian using a CPU we've never done before, the 9950X. But we're also going to be playing some ZZZ from the fine folks over at the AIO Universe. We're going to be playing. I played some Honkai Star Rail, and they basically reached out to me and said, "Hey, how would you like to check out our new game ZZZ?" So for the next 2 streams, we're going to be spending a couple hours after the stream playing that for a little bit. So if you guys want to hang out, check that game out. Really excited about it because I'm like a Xenogears fan and all that sort of stuff. So genuinely interested in checking that out. So we'll be playing that for 4 hours over the next 2 days as well, on top of building some really epic builds. So it is going to be a fun show, and I figured we'd spend some time hanging out together. Of course, we can also talk about, obviously, the release. I figured you guys have questions now that we have all of the AMD CPUs out, so we can talk a little bit about very much how underwhelming right now the launch of 9000 series has been. We obviously our reviews are out there. We have a larger review coming out next week, or maybe even late this week. That's really just going to kind of encapsulate everything that we've kind of seen, just to kind of put it all in a nice little bow. But for the most part, there's not a lot to say. I'll be honest. Like, from a gaming standpoint, I mean, the 9700X is kind of an interesting chip. We are going to be doing a really cool stream on Tuesday next week where we're going to be playing the 9700X, and we're going to build a 7800X 3D Fractal Terra system, and then we're going to compare the two so we can even see if maybe the 9700X is a better system even for that than the 7800X 3D. So figured that'd be pretty interesting. Yeah, and I mean, all in all, like, we're just trying to do a good job. Now, one thing I actually am very, very excited about, guys, and I think you guys are going to like this. One of the things that we've been kind of talking about is how do we improve some of the streams and stuff like that, and just make some content that's a little bit more targeted at just kind of where folks are. And so I'm happy to announce that starting next week on Friday, we're launching a brand new series that'll happen every Friday. We're going to try it for the next couple months to kind of see how it goes, and it's called Budget Build Fridays. We're going to be building a build that will have been completely tested. It'll be always anywhere. It'll be sub $1,000. They'll have a bunch of different themes. Every Friday we'll build that PC. We'll have all of the information, and then we'll be giving those PCs away every single Friday. So every Friday we will be giving a PC away. And then also the next Friday there will be an episode out that basically does it down. So one Friday will be like basically a step-by-step where we walk you through the entire build process, and then the next Friday will be a whole video that kind of comes out the same day as we start a new stream with a new video. And a huge shout out to Thomas and potentially Maiden, who is going to be helping us with that. But Thomas for sure. And that process all starts this week. So the build's actually in the planning phase, and then you'll see those over the next couple weeks. So every Friday, make sure that you tune in starting at 3 p.m. Pacific time, because we'll be doing a PC giveaway pretty much every Friday. Which would be pretty awesome on top of all the other ones. Now, also, don't forget, we have the giveaway for this month that's currently active. It was a 9600X system. We're actually downgrading it to a 7600X system, just given the CPU we put inside of it cannot be sold. So it's a 7600X system with a 4070 Super. We actually built it just last week, so that is up for grabs for one lucky subscriber. We'll show that off here in a minute later on, but all you got to do is to be entered for that is basically drop your Amazon Prime sub. Also, don't forget, those subs will get you extra entries towards winning those PCs every Friday. So 1 entry for Amazon Prime, tier 1 you get 1, tier 2 you get 3, tier 3 you get 5, and gifted subs give you additional entries towards the sub-only PC. But remember, then you get additional entries towards winning those PCs we give away on stream as well. So really it's gonna be, if you're ever curious about a great build that's sub 1,000, it could be 850, it could be 650, it could be 1,000. They'll also have a ton of different, configurations, themes, all that sort of stuff over the next 2 months, if not longer, if we see the show kind of sticks around. This may be something we do in perpetuity, but a new show that's happening on Friday. I also got a question that said, hey, Robey, what happened to Tech Challenge? Just so you guys know, the team over at UFD, he hit 1 million subs and then he went on vacation, which is pretty amazing. So he is going to be coming back from vacation. And then, hey guys, we have a hype train. Don't forget, if we get a level 5 hype train, we'll give away a $25 new A gift card. But he's on vacation, so when he gets back, we'll start up Tech Challenge as well. So we're kind of getting into the full swing of things. And then, of course, the other thing I want to let you guys know is that Intel Gamer Days is coming up as well. So we have some really great giveaway streams for mod workshops and stuff like that too. So yeah, it's a good time. Before I get to Araxis' questions, Fear Check, thank you for the sub. Before I get to Araxis' questions, 50 subs gives us a $50 new A gift card. I need to turn that on. We get, look, I don't know why it's not on. I need to turn those things on. Oh, I turned on chat box, oops. And I'll add those in there, hold on. I'm just gonna fix these sub goals really quick. Okay, so anyway, sub goals are up, and I'll make sure that we get those the subs that we've already gotten. So Araxis, can you repost your question? So 50 subs, $50 new gift card. If we get level 5 hype train, $25 new gift card. 250 likes over at youtube.com/Robeytech Live, $25 new gift card as well. So that's all the stuff that's going on. Can you post your question one more time, Araxis? That would be amazing. And Igor, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. How was QuakeCon, Igor? Was it awesome? Did you guys have a good time? I mean, it sounds like I was having FOMO for not getting to hang out with you guys and play some hope you all support DI Guy, be like, share, and subscribe, and check out all of the deals. Hey, thank you very much, Big and Tattooed, appreciate the subs. Yeah, I had FOMO not being able to hang out with you guys. Plus, you guys got to hang out with Jacob and then the team over at Fractal and all that sort of stuff. So next year, I think I'm going to go regardless. I need some breaks, you know what I mean? Sometimes, every once in a while. Let's go through parts while I wait for Araxis to ask his question. But starting at the core of this thing, obviously, we're using the Lian SUP01 build right here. So this is the case that we're going to be using. Very, very interesting case. We'll talk about it a little bit more. The GPU goes in the front. The AIO goes in the back. Where's the PSU video, Robey? It's already out, Real JP. It came out on Monday. So my thoughts are out of the way. I'm disappointed with the 9950X. It's not an upgrade I was hoping for my 5950X. The lack of it not doing gaming productivity equal, as well as a big letdown for me. The core parking, I feel, is not the way for these chips. I'll be looking at Intel for my next upgrade now that hopefully things have been fixed. Raxtus, you're not wrong. Now we just get to see what happens when Arrow Lake comes out, and we'll wait for that. And honestly, guys, here's the thing. People are saying big in text, like, I'm waiting for X3D. Guys, given the underlying chip was only 5%, I'm not expecting huge jumps. Not expecting huge jumps in the X3D either. I want to set expectations, right? When the underlying product doesn't have huge jumps like we saw from 5,000 to 7,000, don't think the 3D V cache, especially with the latency that we're seeing upon the CCD, I don't expect the latency to actually be that much. I just honestly don't expect it to be that big of a jump. So I would temper expectations on the 9700X3D, and maybe the 7800X3D will be the king for a while. Scotty is Prime, thank you for the sub. Big and Tattooed, Igor, Fear Check. Let me see who else gave me subs. And remember, guys, this is getting you entries towards that sub-only giveaway that we're giving away. Just drop your Prime sub. Starry Messenger, Nutty CL, Big and Tattooed again. Blondie and Geeky, PC Guy, Mr. Toft. Thank you very much for all of those subs, guys. Yeah, so even with a small of it being able to overclock it, worth it. Yeah, I know, but the thing is that right now overclocking even on these chips has been, I mean, dude, just go watch the stream. Just go watch the stream on Monday. Well, I mean, on last week we were doing PBO and it wasn't even stable. So we'll have to see. I'm just saying, guys, a lot of the things that we have been promised have not come to fruition. So I would just wait until you see more stuff that shows us that these things are actually real. That's all I'm saying. So, okay, let's keep the train going, guys. Let's get that level 5 hype train. I don't know if somebody's going in there. Okay, so anyway, we're going to be using the Lian SUP01 case for the CPU. We're using the Ryzen 9 9950X. We'll talk a little bit more about this here in just a little bit. For the motherboard, we're using the NZXT N7 B650E motherboard. Love this motherboard. We think it's got the right BIOS. We're pretty sure, but we'll find out when we get in here. For the storage, we're using the SK Hynix Platinum P41 SSDs. This is like a performance-based build, by the way, guys, so really kind of, but at the same time, not trying to spend the absolute most we can. It's like kind of like a reasonable performance-based build at $3,100. So let's see, for the RAM, we got 32 gigs of DDR5 at 6,000 mega transfer with AMD Expo, and I just knocked over the ship. So there we go. For the GPU, we're using the RTX, hello? What's going on here? Okay, stop, stop, Meta, go away. And then we got the Gaming X. We're going to be using the 4080 Super. We just have the normal 4080 here, but again, 5% jump, 3% jump, so just add that for the performance. But I had this one, and so I'm not going to buy a new one just because it'll still work. Figment for Life, thank you for the sub. 20 seconds, guys. If we can just get one more, then we'll get over, and then we'll be able to go see if it goes a little longer. For the AIO, we're using the Lian Galley Had 2 in Trinity SL Infinity 360 for the AIO. So there we go, that's it right there. And then finally, we're gonna be using the MSI 850GL white PSU. And there it is right there. There are our parts for this build right there. Says, I'm wondering, forget about the debit card expire and you have a new one, your sub status change. Oh yeah, AIOs. You going to build the PC now? Yes, we are. We're going to build it now. Oh, I'm sorry, Mitch. That's terrible. Have you just verified? Did you try upgrading the BIOS? And thank you, Big and Tattooed, for one more gifted sub. Appreciate you on that as well. Looks like I got it close, but didn't quite hit it. But yeah, this is our parts. This is our build. This is a performance-focused build using the 9950X, not breaking the bank, but at the same time, can kind of do everything, whether that's DaVinci, machine learning, AI, anything pretty much for the most part. And we're coming in at $3,100, and it should still look good too. We also got a couple cable extensions as well that we have from Asia Horse and Cable Mod. But we'll see if we use them, because we may not, because it's just the way this case works. So we'll play it by ear on those. So there are all our parts, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we need to keep these. We're gonna put our motherboard together here in a minute. Okay, so one thing I did want to let you guys know, if you guys haven't paid attention to any of the reviews that came out today for the 9950X, something that if you're thinking about doing a build with this, and something that is unique and new with the 9950X, is that like the 7950X3D and the 7900X3D, in order for it to get optimal gaming performance, essentially what we've come to find out is that there's actually quite a bit of latency, and in some cases as much as 100 nanoseconds across the Infinity fabric, that's specifically the fabric that connects the CCX. And so what AMD is asking for you to do, and it's even more egregious if you're going to upgrade this from a 7950X to a 9950X, is that it's actually using the Xbox Game Bar and the Xbox Game app and the Windows Game application and stuff like that to park cores. So essentially what it wants to do is it finds and there can actually be a clock frequency variance between the two CCDs. So in one case, like we were seeing closer to 300 megahertz. Actually, Jay's 2 cents, when I talked to him on the phone yesterday, he was getting closer to 500 megahertz in terms of the variance between the two. So what it does is it actually uses an algorithm that puts all the game stuff on the CCD that is supposed to have the highest frequency. And in that case, that's where it's supposed to run everything. So it does use Game Bar and stuff like that to essentially park cores. And if you want to see if this is working correctly, you can use Ryzen Master, and actually Jay has a great video that basically walks you through the entire process. That is something that did not exist on the 7950X, and it did not exist on the 7900X. On the 9950X and the 9900X, they are requesting you do it, because when you don't, they're saying that you actually can see delays, and they were saying the difference between the two is about 30 frames per second between when it's not parked and when it is parked. Now, to be clear, we actually did try this. We did everything they asked them to do. We sent them the details. We sent them the JSON from basically Cyberpunk 2077, and we saw no difference whether we had it all set up the right way or not. And they are also telling users that if you are going to upgrade from a 7950X or any other AMD CPU to completely flatten your system, to completely flatten it, and then install your OS, and then install the thing. You cannot, there are so many problems with it parking and knowing correctly, because the registry values, even though you use DDU, this is the thing that is absolutely blows my mind. Even though you do use DDU, it does not remove all the registry entries, which means that there are tools that will scrape it, but you actually have to go back and you have to basically wipe your system in order for this to work correctly. So, couple things, like the headache to go from a 7950X or a 7900X or any other older Ryzen chip to a 9950X and to get it to work correctly in gaming is actually pretty painful. So, yes, exactly, Murix Bog. So the point is, there's a lot of stuff that they've kind of done to this thing, which was like, hey, we're really excited about the multi-core applications and how powerful this thing is, but there is a lot of headache involved with this particular chip right now and the 9900X, which is mind-blowing, because honestly, I just kind of feel like with everything that Intel just went through, I mean, AMD just had, like, it was like the touchdown was going to happen. It was like the Seahawks Super Bowl game, right? All they had to do was throw a pass in, and then they decided to run it in. It got intercepted, and now everything is just a train wreck. So yeah, it's, I'll turn it down, sorry. So yeah, that's just some of the stuff that we're like, I just want to let you guys know. It's been a very interesting, review process and stuff like that. So, okay, and I turned the music down. So anyway, that's where this is at. I'm just gonna let you guys know this has been done like that. Yeah, intercepted, fumbled, however you want to look at it. It's a massive sadness moment right here. But how we've set this up today is set up correctly. It's never had another chip run on it. It should be absolutely fine. We will see if this works, and we'll try and see if Ryzen Master and see if it actually works when we go from there. So yeah, that's what we're going to try and do and show all that stuff today. But if you want to know how to do parking, you can watch the great video from Jay's 2 cents. We actually also did a video. It was really early on, because I'm telling you guys, there are a ton of people with 7950X3Ds and 7900X3Ds which are running at degraded performance because they do not have it correct. So yeah, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, let's go top down and keep it going. And you guys, you gotta admit, if you go watch my review, compared to everybody else's, like, we try very hard not to be, like, we're not about clickbaiting. We are really just about trying to be honest and tell you the things that it was, but it was hard not to be frustrated. So it's like, I just want to let you guys know, we don't really try to be negative at all. Like, we try very hard to basically say, here's who it's for and here's the things to think about. And yeah, it was a struggle bus a little bit, but still gonna enjoy the build today and all that sort of stuff too. Yeah, Rax, just because the other thing too is people have their decisions, and we don't want them to feel like we're trying to just change their minds. We're just trying to give them the information, you know? But I was really excited about these chips, and I just kind of feel like, I'm not sure that AMD was entirely honest with us, but I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt there too, you know? Yeah, and we'll see. We've heard a lot of rumors, and that's the thing, guys. This whole thing, I will say some of the disappointment has been fueled by rumors. So the one thing I will say, guys, is people saying that they're gonna up the wattage with an AJSA patch and literally jump it up to 105 watts, and I'll wait until it happens. I feel like a lot of people are gonna make stuff up just to make their fanboyism, like, you know what I mean, prudent, and just wait till the stuff actually happens. Yeah. So I just want people, like, let's let it actually happen before we just, assume it's gonna happen. But GT Beakerman, let's hope so too. Because like I said, competition is good for everybody. People taking a break is not a good thing, right? Like this was a great opportunity to continue to push Intel, and I feel like they gave Intel a little bit of a pass here. Okay. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do here, guys, time to install our CPU. 9950X here. There we go. Boom. Is there a pin bent? I'll check. There looks like there might be, I mean, we tested this, so we'll see, but no, it should be fine. We tested it, but we tested this, so it should be okay. If not, then that's where we are. So. Guys, remember, we have tested this build and all that sort of stuff, so yeah. But yeah, I saw that too, but it looks like it's actually fine. So. Okay. Okay, next up, did we have RAM clicks? Prediction is running. Okay, cool. Then we'll go ahead and install our NVMe while we wait. Hey, Dr. McNugget, thank you for the sub. Remember, guys, subs, all of that stuff goes towards the PC giveaway for the month of August, which is that beautiful system that we just streamed. I don't know if we can get a link for that on a pretty consistent basis. Blondie, just so people can see the build that we're giving away. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it too, but it looks like it's okay. So I looked at it close. Yep, the chip was, I was like, where's our, That's the 2 terabyte. There's the 1 terabyte. There we go. There we go. Grab a drink. Okay. There we go, get those in here. There we go. Ooh, that's like sticky. There we go, get this in now. Put that in. Get it in, there it goes, okay. And boom, look at that, motherboard looks good. Okay, what'd we say for RAM? Oh, 97. Okay. I feel like this board has a chance, guys. 97 feels like a real chance. Oops. Get rid of this here. Do 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 do. Okay, here we go. Going for 97. 98.3, guys. Done. NZXT doing us a solid. 100.3. Yeah, that was like a solid click. It's been a while. The last ones have been kind of mushy, you know what I mean? So it's actually good to have like a solid click after a while, you know? Okay, let's take a look at our bracket situation here. I think this should have the updated Robeytech one. Crunchy. Yeah, I think I like tight, yeah. Okay, so this should be, nope, it's not. That's unfortunate. The Hydra Shift, I really like the Hydra Shifts for their mounting mechanism, but this one not as awesome as the Hydra Shift. We've got the standard, yeah, there's actually nothing to add to this. Outside of they actually have we can do a little pattern for the AIO, but that's kind of it. So yeah. Okay, nothing I need to do here. I just need to put thermal paste on. It was not a, don't worry, Gnomes is here. It was not a bad crunch. It was fine. We're okay. Don't worry. Okay. Oh, thanks In Need of Temperance. Covering up our 9950X. By the way, you can air cool this. So there is some cool news here. You can actually air cool this CPU with like an MA824. So that's actually really neat to have like such a big such a flagship CPU that you can actually air cool, which was actually really neat. So you can do like 80, it's like in the 80s on an MA824. There we go. Nice solid coverage there. I forgot a question there. There we go. Hey, Figment for Life, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. You're amazing. No. Zemscar 715, no. The set for gaming, the king is the 7800X 3D. This is only thing that if you want to get this, then you are looking for efficient multi-core workloads, not gaming. This is literally really honestly for people who want to do some productivity work you're worried about cooling and power, or you just want raw multi-core. And you may also want to game, but you're going to see for gaming, you have to do a bunch of stuff to get it to work correctly for gaming. Like having it part cores and making sure that you run a clean OS and a bunch of stuff like that. Keep going and headed, guys. There's 199 people here on Twitch alone. So if you can head over to youtube.com/Robeytech Live, hit that thumbs up button. Let's get that squared away. It is a headache. It is not straightforward. You're very welcome, Z-Manskar. Influenza coughs a lot. I like that name. Hi, it's good to see you too. Okay, here we go. This is the Lian SUP01. And as you can see, it's a smaller case, right? It is a smaller case. It's thinner. It's, you know, it's not as thick. It's got a mirror, you know what I mean? So it's like pretty straightforward. It's got like, again, it's gonna be a very, very different build in terms of the overall look here. The thing that's actually super crazy about it is the GPU goes in the front, the AIO and the intake is in the back. You can actually add an additional fan for intake in the side. It is a very, very different build than what you're used to seeing. And with that, also becomes the complications of how to kind of put it together. So it is going to be a little bit more challenging than what we have typically done around it for the building. Another thing that they thought was actually pretty neat, I don't know how, the Lian, this is the power button. That's the reset button. I will say I don't know about getting finger marks all over the L, but yeah, and then but they did make that a button. Lots of cable management, like zip ties and Velcro and all that sort of stuff here. But the other thing too is there's a lot to actually cable manage in this to make it actually work, which is actually pretty crazy. So it's gonna be an interesting build, guys. So as we work through this, so let's go ahead and start taking it apart here. So we'll start with the top. Maybe, nope, we'll start with the back. There we go. We'll do the front. Now we can do the top, maybe. There we go. Then we'll do the front. There we go. Okay, so like I said, if we go to the side view here, and I'll have this kind of come up with things. I don't see any stream skipping. So here's all the stuff, and again, a couple things, obviously, like just to kind of point out here, GPU is actually going to go here. It connects via a ribbon cable here. This is intake. This is where your AIO goes, and then your motherboard. It actually does support back connect and all that sort of stuff as well. PSU down here, you can actually remove your PSU thing. Well, I mean your hard drive tray, and then your fans are pre-installed. They're not RGB, but everything's kind of wired up. But these do come out, and we'll take them out here in a minute, but you can take all this stuff out. You can see the screws for them, so it's easier to basically work in the back and all that sort of stuff too. So, should be pretty straightforward, but not as straightforward as, like, say, your normal build. Yeah, it's a bit of a crazy case. It's definitely Lian, right? It's non-standard, so yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut our and the other thing too is I'm going to do so right here in the back here. There we go. And then the other thing is up here at the top. remove this top part here. You just got to be careful not to strip the screws. There we go. And then this right here, this is for AIO. This just kind of pops off, right? So there it is. Back to top down here. And by the way, no, like we already did thermals in this case. It doesn't, I mean, like, I don't know if he's put the date in the sheet yet, but he said it was nothing, like, nothing stood out as particularly bad or anything like that. So if you're worried about thermals and all that sort of stuff, the thermals were actually fine in the case with the way the AIO literally has intake, so it literally just gets fed directly from this, from the fans next to it. There we go. What's up, Pig Radio? Okay, so I could take this out if I wanted to. I'm not. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I don't really need it right now. Just to make it easier to work with the case. Oops, I was not ready for it to just fall.
What do you call it when a pirate has sword joints? Arthritis.
Okay, you guys got a free dad joke out of the fans hitting the dad joke. There we go. Okay, so we got all of that in now. So the fans are actually daisy chained. Now they actually have like a different connector. So it's like a new unique connector here. Let me see if I can go down top down and then I'll zoom in on it. But a new kind of connector for Lian Li. So again, not like their standard ones. And then it's just got a single PWM coming out of the back of it right here, and then it just connects. But yeah, so it's really easy in terms of the fans themselves. They're all just kind of daisy chained together, which is actually pretty nice. And then we have everything kind of out and ready.
Message on your phone from Red the Room.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, then we'll undo these. So we're just trying to get everything kind of set, and then we'll work on all this stuff here in a minute. There we go. What is this? There's like a weird... Okay, so this thing is like wired in. Interesting, okay. There's like a wired in part here. Okay, but we have everything to the point where we can like now work on the case.
Message on your phone from M.2.
Okay. Hold on one sec. Wife is asking a question. Dang it. One second, guys. All right, let's get this put together now. Okay, here we go. Put this down. Ugh. Okay, here we go. So let's put this out to the side here. Okay, and then now, here we go. And put it in. Not quite the same color white though, but there we go. It's a little bit like it's, still looks good. It's weird, it's higher than I'm used to, you know what I mean? In terms of like the case itself. Yeah, keep those likes coming, guys. Okay, let's grab our screw bin. Yeah, I agree, it does look sexy. There we go. Okay. Where's my, there it is. Okay. Let's grab our small screws here, our motherboard screws. Just making sure we don't overstrip the screws, you know. There we go. That one's a little bit hard with the way that the bar overlaps the. There we go. Okay, that's that. This is going to be a cool looking build. I'm excited for what it looks like when it's all done. I just don't know how it's going to go together, right? Like I'm a little bit nervous about how this is going to, like just in terms of working. You're going to have to do so much just because of how the build kind of gets sandwiched. Hey, Devil J, thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate it. It's an entry towards winning that sub-only PC at the end of the month. All right, cool. I should be able to just put this in now, I think. Oh, and this is our... Okay, so now our bracket is in. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, guys. It looks pretty cool, right? So the bigger question here is, I think what we're gonna do, and we're gonna kind of go a little bit out of order here. I think we put in the SSD, the GPU next, you know what I mean? It feels like that's the right thing to do, is to put in the GPU. And then we'll hook up all the cables afterwards. It's not vertical, it's what's it, upright. It's upright. It's called upright GPU mounting. Yeah, you could actually run, like, if you wanted to do a capture card, but this is like definitely a more unique, like, you're definitely doing a unique build here. There we go. Ooh, look at that. How's that look, guys? Beautiful build, beautiful. There we go. That's good, right? I think that'll look nice in there. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Really nice looking GPU here. There we go. Okay, let's peel this here. Oh, that came off nicely. There we go. That's probably one of the easiest peels I've done in a while. Little peel here. And then a peel down. Ooh, and they got a little tab. Wow, that's nice. That was like genuinely a nice peel. Like a lot of times you have to spend like 10 minutes trying to figure out how to peel it off. Okay. Okay, so here we go. So the way this goes in is like this. There we go. And that's nice and centered too. We can look at that for sure. 5500 X3D build, if you guys want to have one. Maybe it'll be one of the budget builds. Okay, I gotta get this. Whoops, whoops. Line this up here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. Okay, now, the other thing that they've added here is they actually have, I'm trying to show it to you guys, but to create so there's on the back here, I'm trying to see if there's a good way to show you here. Right here, there it is. So you guys can see, this is it's a GPU secure bracket. So we have to use this to kind of create so it doesn't move. So it secures it in place. No, it moves, it doesn't, well, there's not anything that moves this. What's the point of this then? I think this goes on it. So yeah, that kind of keeps it from moving. Oh, well, it didn't go in there, okay. Okay, well, we gotta redo that. That would help. Didn't quite get it in the little slots here. Should also make it secure. There we go. Okay, now it's in. You almost kind of want this to be so it doesn't move. Oh yeah, that seat, look at that. That's nice and that's not moving. It's almost a little too... You gotta make sure it's like, oh, okay, there is a back one, okay. I'm just making sure that the actual GPU is straight. It's weird because it's like, now it's got like horizontal. It's gotta be parallel in the other way. Okay, there we go. And it's nice and secure and locked in there. So now, check it out. How's that look, right? Pretty cool, right? It's going good, Beatles. I'm working on getting this build looking good. I think now the other thing too is you can actually move the card a little bit. So if you want to center it, so you just loosen down here these two screws, and then you can, well, oh, it might be all three of these. Okay, then you can push this so it's more centered. There we go. And then if you wanted to go longer, you could too. That looks good, guys, right? How do we cable manage this? One step at a time, okay? One step at a time. Still working on just GPUing this, okay? Okay, so first thing we're gonna do here, let's go to front, right? You understand static there? Okay, so now, and then this. There we go. And that's how that goes in. I don't know if I, hold on. Okay. Okay, so that goes like, so it just basically goes on. There we go. Okay, so then now you literally just, there's your cable. Man, all sorts of action here. I don't know if we'll have to use a lot of zip ties, but. Okay, so there's the GPU is plugged in now. There you go, see? So the ribbon cable just goes there, and then the only thing we'll have to worry about is the cable coming from the PSU. Which is cool. Hold on, my wife is calling. She called. Okay, so we got all that in. Now what we can do, guys, is we can start plugging in all of our. Now we're going to start plugging in all of our rear cable connections. So we need to get all of this stuff needs to be hooked up and secure against the back here. Because the fans, you know what I mean? You have the AIO and the fans right here. So it's going to be more important that things are clean, you know? Okay, so that's going to route right here. It's going to route right there. This is your, okay, so this is USB 3. Your USB-C. Okay, and then we have our, luckily I think this is a unified, nope, this is not a unified front panel connector, but, oh, we do have a unified front panel though. RGB, which is actually right here, so we'll just flip that down and have that hidden right through the motherboard. Okay, RGB, HD audio, front panel connection, then SATA is for power, and this can just stay down here. So that's all the front panel connectors. And then cool, if you guys see the top down here, you actually see I've routed some of these just behind, because this is BTF, I was able to route them behind the motherboard directly, so they won't be coming out of the rubber grommets. Okay, so let's hook this up, front panel first. Push that under. There we go. RGB. There we go. RGB, HD audio. There you go. And then we have our USB 3. There we go. And then finally, USB-C. And there we go, all of our cables. So, like I said, I'll zoom in just so you guys can see everything. USB-C, USB 3, front panel connection. As you can see, I'm running it underneath the motherboard here. And then you have your, over here on the left side, you have your RGB, which I think is the RGB for this little bad boy right here. And then you also have your HD audio. So now what we need to do is we just need to make sure they're very secure against the back so we can put in our fans and all that sort of stuff. Because this is really just about, it's just, you just don't want anything hitting the fans. Like that's really kind of the short of it here. Everything is just about, don't hit the fans. It looks like we are gonna use some zip ties though. Go. Okay, so let's zoom out a bit, clean it up. We'll use clear zip ties because that's fun with a white build. You guys saying I look like the perfect cuddle monster? Because that is so true. Or are you guys talking about a furry friend? Yeah, Blipkin, you're not wrong. There is a lot of room back here for fun and games. Okay. So like I said, just at this point in time, getting everything cleaned out. Routed. There we go. I might zip tie that down. And I actually might do PSU here first and get all that routed first, you know what I mean? And then we'll worry about because the AIO, the only thing I should have to worry about is a couple like I know there's a box, right? I'm gonna have to worry about a box, which I can put right there. And then we have, I think what we'll do is we'll probably just wrap, let's go ahead and put in our cable extensions, right? So all of those cable extensions run down, so then our PSU's just trapped down here. Let's go and remove this. I'm gonna remove so there we go. Cable manage first step. And then let's remove this. Oh, it is screwed. Okay. And what it meant is the bottom down here. We're just going to remove these two screws here. Go. Okay. Now I should be able to just remove this. There we go. Here's our tray out. So I have lots more room for fun and games. Okay. Okay, so we got all that now. Let's go and do our cable extensions. I know this is going kind of out of order, but the big thing here is just making sure that everything is connected and routed and all that sort of stuff. And then we'll do PSU and get all that routed, and then we'll put in the fans and then the AIO, which should be the last straightforward part. I am going to check though. I think we're gonna want to put, because this actually requires a hub, so let's go and route the hub cables in. Okay, so let's grab our, for this right here. So we'll grab this. I'm assuming, actually, why don't we just, for the sake of doing this, let's go ahead and put the, let's go ahead and mount the AIO onto the spot and everything first. So we can just get that done. We're not gonna mount it to the, hey, Joshua Wood, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate you, my friend. We're not going to put it on yet. We can get it all ready, you know? Well, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you being here. Okay, so we're just working on right now. We're gonna get the AIO pre, and there's a little bit of me trying to figure out what's best here. So thank you for being patient, guys. That's pretty long, but I mean, it looks like it'll reach there okay, so that should be fine. And this is magnetic. Never mind, no, it's not. Okay, that's the worst. Why would you not make this mag? Yeah, well, we'll use the, usually this is magnetic. We've been so good about that in the past. But what I can do, because it's not a permanent installation though, take this out. I'll magnetic it. There, I magneticked it. I magneticked it. How's that for magnetic? Feels pretty magnetic to me. Okay, so that's all routed. Now this has got a couple more little cables that have to get done. Do you like that magnet, Araxinus? Do you like that magnet? I was like, stay. You would have added fangs and horns. Okay, the only other thing I gotta add here, guys, is USB connection. You're gonna be too good for your home? What's going on here? There you go. Okay. And then we'll get this figured out. Ugh. Go to side here. It's gonna have to go right through here. Go to top down here. We're just gonna plug it in right here in the USB connection, which every motherboard has. Some have more than one, some have three, some have, there we go. Okay, there we go. It's plugged in. Ugh. Go. Okay, let's get this sealed in. Make it look good. It is a new case. It's the Lian SUP01. I actually talked about it in the Lian Li when I did the showcase in Taipei, but we actually haven't ever. It's funny, this case actually came out a while ago, and then I forgot we had it, and I was thinking about what's a great case to do a performance build in, and I still wanted to show something new. And so then we were looking through the thing. I was like, dude, we should totally do it in this case. It'll be a unique build at the same time, but it'll also be a great case to show a performance build in. And so that's why I chose it. So far, I've been having a lot of fun building in it, mainly just because it's different, you know? So I do a lot of the same kind of builds, so to do something a little bit different and a little bit of a different order of operations has actually been kind of fun. Okay, so that's all hooked into our motherboard now. Oh, translucent? Oh, that could have been cool, yeah. Okay, next up, guys, what we're gonna do, let's go and get our our AIO mounted. I just wanna make sure we have, I'm not gonna put it in yet, because I still wanna do let's go ahead and do our cable extensions and our PSU, and then we'll just do the other thing, because I know we have most of it ready to go. But I can take this out of here for now. Okay. What I'm doing right now is just taking out the AIO. Okay, just making sure that we have everything that we need for the AIO out, because I don't want to really kind of mess with anything after this. I'm just basically building it out real quick. Let's go to top down. Building out our AIO here. So getting our clips on. Ooh, shoot. And there we go. We've got a USB coming off of this. USB fan for the pump. And then this needs a connection too. This is kind of a pain here. I feel like you almost have to take the fans off to get this on, which is weird. Because I don't see how you do this otherwise. Huh, surprising. Let's take this off real quick. Get our wow stick. Getting all of us off. Oh, shoot, well, just shot that in there. I feel like this is, like, for some reason these fans are on backwards. I think they're actually supposed to be this way. So you can plug in the cable. Seems a whole lot smarter. Almost done, guys. Getting the fans screwed in. There we go. And then now, look at all this room we got to hook this bad boy up. Okay, there we go. Now we just need our screws for all the, there they are. Okay. Okay, so this is for our pump head. Pretty sure. That doesn't look like it. No, that's a splitter. I have no idea what that's for. I'm gonna have to look at the instructions real quick, guys, because I'm a little confused as to what's supposed to plug into the pump head, and if I can just control it via USB. So let's take a look here real quick. Never be afraid to look at the fans, the instructions. I can open them. Oh, it is. It says, I'm trying to figure out what, okay, so this goes into, seeing if there's something else I'm missing here. So to connect the RGB, okay, pretty straightforward. So there's a different header on here, so that's what this is for. There's two headers. Okay, so on here, ooh, there it is right there. Okay, now everything's plugged in. And that is a lot of cables. Okay. So everything there is now plugged in. Last thing we need to do, this goes on the bottom. I think we want these on the top. So if this is gonna have to go to the top. Okay. Now we got to screw in. There we go. Four more. Two more. Okay, so there's all that. So that's all plugged in now. So the way this is essentially going to work, guys, so you guys know, when you go to the side view, and why I have it this way, right, is that, see, this is going to go on here. Like that. Interesting, but like these have got it. There we go. And then this will basically go down. Like that. And then your AIO sits like that. And then you have your, I mean, like, again, when you're looking at the amount of room you have, like, you need to make, you got to be really cautious about how much, you got to be really cautious about how much cable you have here. And it's almost like you almost want to zip tie this stuff in, but I could almost keep this mount, I could almost keep this in, and you still have enough room to work on the stuff you need to here. I think the key thing is what I need to do is take this, find which one is one. So take this out real quick. One is the bottom one, okay. Let's take this. Let's go to side here. Okay, you guys are good. Then take these. Oh. Oh, this is it, okay. Oop. There we go, there's that one. There we go. Okay, so that's plugged in. And then we have our EPS. So we kind of want to push the EPS one, but it looks like this is plugged in now. Man, order of operations, guys. Whew, it's a thing on this on this build. Yeah, 5 volts is going to be interesting because the 5 volt for this is all the way down at the back, right? So I'm almost going to have to run this separately. So yeah, this is going to be kind of a crazy build. Okay, so what we're going to do right now, let's run our, well, I think we have everything we need out of this, so we can put this away. AIO's out and mounted for the most part. Too quiet. Oh no, it's not. You're on. It's a lot of people are on Twitch right now. Joshua Manis. That's where all the chatters are. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I do this in the right order, guys. Let me see what these look like. Like if these are nice cables, I'm guessing they're not like the Aura ones, which would make this nicer, but I don't think they're like beautifully done. So I think they're just standard kind of your, yeah. So I definitely want to do cable extensions. Okay, so let's go and get our cable extensions in. So we'll run our EPS, and then that'll allow us to actually mount our AIO. Oh, these are the old ones. I'm gonna have some white Asia horse. Black. There you go. This doesn't have all the colors. Black, clear, black, black, clear. Okay, looks like we're gonna do clear on this one, which is fine. Okay, so we have our little put our little things on. It's going to be a little bit of a disjointed build, guys. Just in terms of figuring it all out. Go to our static here. I'm gonna have to do like unusual camera angles. Hook up our CPU EPS connection here. There we go. Go to our side view here. And there's a clip actually over here. Kind of hold this down. Yeah, for the next one. But the giveaway, you guys already unlocked the giveaway. I'll probably do that tomorrow. So be here tomorrow for another. We're going to be doing a much more kind of straightforward build tomorrow. If you want to be eligible to win the giveaway. Shoot, wait a minute. Come on. Trying to get this. Oh. I'm trying to get this Velcro. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's grab a zip tie here. Just zip tie this together. It's funny, I remember I was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna use a lot of zip ties. Never mind. Zip ties are just in my DNA, guys. Okay. There we go. Okay, so EPS is in. Now let's do our 24 pin. And then our GPU one. And we should be in good shape. Because once we get to the point where we're just mounting the AIO, it's pretty straightforward at that point in time. It's just all of the preparation to be able to mount the AIO is what I'm working on right now. Which is an interesting dichotomy from what I'm used to doing. Your nickname in the diesel shop is Zip Tie, huh? I like it. Texas Hosses, I'm hoping you're doing well too. It's good to see you. Just grabbing a drink right now. Drink grabbed. Next part. Doing some cable combing. Yeah, well, Cicada, yes, it would. It's a little bit of overkill for that. If I were you, I'd switch the CPU to a 7800X3D or something like that. If you want to do editing, this would be a good one. You're going to see, I mean, their gaming performance is going to be fine, right? Because honestly, we're not really using the CPU much at this point, especially at the resolution we're going to be testing it at. But the big thing is there's just a lot of things you have to do to this CPU to get it to work correctly. But it probably won't matter much if you don't have it working correctly. You just might lose some frames. Especially if you're going to play at 1440p or 4K. Less of a concern. Guys, 188 to 250. Let's finish out the okay. Okay, let's throw that in there. There we go. I have whatever my son's calendar gives me, which he is very proud of. So I always think there's good dad jokes there. My son was very proud of that gift for me. the dad joke calendar. Okay, I'm just making sure that the cable itself is straight. There we go. There we go. See if this will work. Hopefully it does. Okay, that's our connection for power. The only thing we have left is one more cable, which is our GPU cable. And then we should be pretty much in phenomenal shape here. Okay. Feels a little disorganized right now. It's just not like it's usually like straightforward, but I'm having to like kind of jump around in terms of doing the build, which is kind of weirding me out a little bit, but I'm sure it'll come out great. It's just a little bit of unpredictability, you know? Dad joke request, here it comes. Okay, guys.
Now, another Robeytech dad joke phone out.
Okay, here we go. Dad joke it is. What made the tomato blush? What made the tomato blush? It saw the salad dressing. It saw the salad dressing. Oh boy, the drama. Oh boy. Oh boy. They're always up to something, Horrible Gamer. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here we're in the front. You guys can see this, right? There we go. I wonder if this, let's see what this is going to look like here. I know right now it looks like a disorganized mess, guys, but give me time. That actually looks pretty cool. It doesn't help that right now, like, the cables are kind of all over the place, but when this is all basically wrapped and clean, it'll actually look really good, I think. Okay, so now all of our cable extensions are run. Why are you doing this? Okay. Guys, I think we're finally at a point where all we got to do is put the PSU in and then then we mount these couple cables and we're good. Okay, so let's get our PSU. Luckily, it's a little bit of a shorter PSU, which is actually good. Okay, and then we only need SATA, and we don't need all of the cables, which is good. I don't need that. So we need motherboard power. And again, we're going to try and keep as many of these cables down as possible. And then we need a couple SATA cables, a SATA cable. And then we need our EPS connection, and that should be it. And then CPU. There we go. The rest of this I do not need. Okay. Okay. Guys, this is it's quite the build. Right now I'm getting the PSU ready, guys. So actually I wonder if I can get this on top down here. Slowly working our way through. Top down. Okay. There we go. SATA. And then we need our weird. There we go. Actually, we can move this over here. There we go. And there's all of our cables. Okay, so now we got those. Let's go to side here. Luckily, this is like one of the nicer. I actually like it when PSUs use these plates. Okay, so we got our plate now. We'll use the silver screws they gave us. Just a little bit nicer looking here. Okay, here we go. How are we doing likes on YouTube, by the way, guys? $196, getting close. Let's finish those out, guys. The stream is not going to last forever. It may seem like it right now, but it's not. Believe it or not, this is actually going to get very close to it's just going to pop and be done. If we're at PSU, you guys know that we're getting close. More likes, more likes, more dots, more dots. Okay, last part. Oops, I went side. Okay. Throw this in. There we go. I love it. In and good. Okay. Now, the last little bit of this whole thing. This is going to be kind of the painful part here. Because we want as little cabling up in this area as possible. Oh, shoot. Forgot one thing, guys. Luckily, this is easy to take out. I wonder if I can go, this might be better here. Okay. Looks like underneath is going to be the better way. Okay. You'd think, given how long this cable is. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, I forgot to plug in. Sorry, I forgot to plug in my GPU. Okay, EPS has got to do the same thing, and then we'll have to figure out how to cable manage this stuff. Just keep it in the bottom here. Pretty straightforward most of the time here, but this is like a little bit less straightforward. Okay, so all of our cables try and see if I can get this to kind of hold these down, and then okay, so now all of our cables are in. The only thing we have left now is SATA, which SATA-wise, I think we have 1, 2 down here already, but let's see what I can do here. These cables are just kind of, I might be able to actually run these off to the side here. Actually might be the best looking look here. All right. What I'm doing right here is just working on, I'm gonna basically take these right here, just make them a tight group. Feels like the safest bet here, just to kind of keep them clean. One thing that's nice about this particular method for cleaning this up is that it should do a really good job of just keeping the cables out of the way too. Okay, wow, look at that. Keeps things nice and clean and out of the way. No, nothing hidden. And then now all we have to do is just hook up our couple cables, which we can get to from our couple SATA cables, which we can hook up down below, and then we'll do with a little bit of cable management we have for that. Where's my... Man, how did that get? Sorry, one of the cables got. Okay, almost got it untangled, and then we're. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now everything is hooked up. All of our all of our cables are hooked up. Our extensions are hooked up. It just We're just making sure that our cables look flat and all that sort of stuff. So now what I can do, and all of this stuff is out of the way, so now I can actually put in our AIO. There we go. And the only thing I'm working on now is just making sure that our AIO cable is, there you go. Just put this, there we go. And there we go. And nothing is hitting the fan. That is tight. Tight, guys. Okay, so now what we can do, now that that's in, this is how things look now. Much cleaner, right? All we have is, we have this down here for all of our PSU. Oops. Then we'll deal with this at the very end. But all these cables are down and in. PSU is in. So I'm going to take one of these, just for now, and secure it right here, just so I can work on mounting the actual AIO to the All right, let's go to top down. There we go. Just want to make sure that it's super tight. Okay. All right, well, now it's time to deal with these last little cable connections. Which there's actually quite a few for this AIO. Kind of annoying. More than I kind of anticipated, I'll be honest. Okay, so now I need this connection for, I'll have this go to AIO pump. That'll be all the cables there. The rest of this all has to run down. Okay. There you go. Okay, cool. So there's all the cables there. So now we just need to run these to the right places back here, which we should be able to still do. I guess we'll find out. And then I'm gonna have to manage all this stuff still too. So many cables, guys. Think about PCs. You feel like you have all the room in the world in this case, and then when you're like down at the very end, you're like, I don't have as much room as I'd hoped. Okay. So this will go to the bottom. This has to go to USB, and this has to go to RGB. Okay. Okay, USB is right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna do what I knew I was going to do. Unscrew this here. Because ain't nobody got hands small enough to put your, yeah, but it's all good. Okay. So RGB right here, and USB right here. Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now gotta plug in these last little cables, and then we're basically done with AIO. There we go. Okay, guys, all of the cables for the AIO are plugged in. We're finally done. Just need to probably think about, okay, this is going to go down here. Let's go down there, and then we're just going to take these. Just kind of wire them, zip tie them up together. World's longest zip tie for not the world's longest cable, but there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, guys, all the cable is in. And that's all hooked up. The only thing we have left is just some power cables. Okay, one thing to plug back in, and then we're done. And it's all finished. Okay, last thing I gotta do is just zip tie this so it doesn't hit this last. So I'm just gonna use this zip tie down here. Because I need to make sure there's plenty of room here for the air to be pulled in. There we go. Okay, so now we have no air. Okay. I just need to route one more cable, which should be, there should be a fan, there's a fan header right there. This is the last it, guys. This is the end. There we go. And then I have to just connect some cables. That's it. Wait, is that? Oh, that's because that's not a fan header. Okay, there we go. Okay, no cables are touching. That's the last bit. Let's just hook up our two SATA. And the build is done. Woo! That was a lot of work. Definitely different than any build I've ever done before, though. And it looks really clean. Okay. Okay, so the only thing I have left, guys, dinner at the bottom. Top down. You just got to plug in our SATA connections. There we go. One more. Okay. And there it is. Completely finished. Even the bottom, like look at the bottom there. So there's all the stuff there. So it's all put away, it's all clean, right? And then you can see here, I'll show it from the top down, giving you an idea, right? Like no fans are hitting. Like all the fans get plenty of airflow, there's nothing hitting the fans. So all the cables are combed there and all that sort of stuff too, so. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in one more time, just to make sure. There we go, yep. And that is good. Boom, there we go. There it is, guys. Okay, so now last step. Oh. Oh, I didn't know that was going to be a thing. Oh, no. Oh, luckily we got some room there, okay. Hold on one sec, guys. I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay, there we go. So we just need to make sure. So you got to cover the top there, and that'll secure all that down. And then we'll have to pull these in a little bit, but that'll get held with the glass. Okay, so let's get this last little bit done. There we go. Come on. Nope, nope, nope. And there we go, guys. Ugh. Okay, so let's start putting this back together. I can't tell if this is the top or the front. Oh, this is the front, okay. Let's see. I want to see how this does, you know what I mean? Like, that works really well, actually. Pushes the cables nicely. Hold on. See what I mean? Like, sits in there nicely. Just pushes the hoses over, but that looks actually really good. Last little bit. Nope. And there it is, guys. Oh, shoot. You know what I forgot to do, though? I got to hook up the GPU and stuff like that. But there it is. I do have to plug in our GPU cables and stuff, though. But that is the build, at least. The video output runs through the bottom. So that's going to be interesting. This is the Lian SUP01, is what it's called. Now it does, the thing is, the way the case works, I should be able to run it along the side here. I guess we'll find out here in just a second how hard it is, but okay. Okay, here we go. So we'll do let's do zip tie count real quick and then we'll do the rest. Intake is actually 2 places. Intake's also from the back. There's intake and exhaust. So it actually takes intake from the rear too. It looks cool. Okay, let's look at our top down and look at our... One, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 15. 17, guys. It's odd today. 17 zip ties. Okay. Now let's do our sponsor real quick. Talk about deals, and then we'll get to thermals. Okay. Oh, let's grab our GPU cable. Oh. What did I do? Oh. That was weird. Okay, well, ran into something. Okay. Okay. Oh, I knocked over, that's what it was. I knocked over my little Oris dude. That's who fell. Oris dude fell. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Okay, so you get finished with a build like this and you're like, hey, Robey, I want to install a copy of Windows and get it and have it all running and all that sort of stuff. Well, here you could go over to someplace like Newegg or something like that, but here at VIP/CDKdeals.com, you can actually pick up a copy of Windows for instead of being $150 or $200, it's only $23.65 for Windows 10 Pro. You can pick up Windows 11 Pro for $32.45, or you can pick up Windows 11 Home for $30. So let's say, for instance, we're going to pick up a copy of Windows 11 Home. Let's go here, basically hit Buy Now. And if you use code RBCK at checkout, hit apply. Instead of $30, it drops down to $21, which is a significant savings. Now, these are OEM keys. They basically, as long as you don't change the motherboard, they won't have any issue. We're not done yet. You know, as long as you don't change the motherboard, you can use these. You won't have to change the Windows 10 key. But even then, you have to buy 10 of these to basically equate to a non-OEM version of this, so it saves you a significant amount of money. Last thing too is if you want to, with back to school right around the corner, you can pick up copies of Office. So they have Office 2016, 2019, and 2021. $39 for 2015, and you can go all the way up to the more recent version for $120.96. But say if you want to get Office 2019, nice in between price. You don't want to pay for Office 365. You just want the software to work and not have to worry about it. Again, same thing. Use code RBCK at checkout. What was $67.18 drops all the way down to $47.03. So again, we've had literally thousands of people here at Robeytech basically use these. It's an amazing way to get copies of Windows. They have great customer service, and if you have questions, you can just ask anybody within the community. I'm sure that they'd be willing to share their stories. Again, VIP-CDKdeals.com. Use RBCK at checkout to save money. Okay, last thing I want to tell you guys about before we jump in here is Robeytech. Robeytech.com. This is going to be places for the budget builds, all these other things that always is continually growing, continually getting better. But one of the things you can always do, not everybody can give us subs or help us and stuff like that, but what you can do is you can go over here, and if you're going shopping at Newegg, Amazon, Best Buy, for anything, you can just click on this link right here. The price is the same, but we get a nice little kickback, which is amazing, which we get a little affiliate link. So it's a great way to support us, and you just do your shopping and you do things regularly. So recommendation is basically bookmark Robeytech.com. Also, if you want to have me build a PC right here live on stream, you can email me right here for that stuff. Also, all of our builds are listed here. You can see here's the 9950X build. There's our 9600X build. Our Sky one isn't on here, so I don't know where that one is, but 9700X build would be on here as well, so you can just click on that. All the parts lists are here, as well as a link to the live stream, so you can follow along and build with me. So it's a great place to go and look for builds, and especially because we build in almost every case. You can say like, oh, I want to build in the A21, and then this will give you a recommendation for a build around the price of the A21. Gives you a good recommendation of parts, and you can see how it performs and all that stuff right there on the site. So Robeytech.com/builds. Last thing, let's see what deals Mr. Tom has got for us today. The MSI Z790 Gaming Pro Wi-Fi. This is on sale, $60 off, making it $169.99. I love the MSI boards. They've continued to get better and improve, so that's a great deal, especially now with the microcode updates. I know MSI has theirs out. So again, good boards, and it has Wi-Fi 6E. Gigabyte B650 Eagle. So if you're wanting to do I don't know why you do a Zen 5 build, but if you wanted to, or even going and doing a 7800X 3D or Zen 4 build, B650 Eagle on sale right now, $30 off, making it $149.99. Great price for a B650 board. Corsair Vengeance 32 gigs of DDR5 at $6,400, $97.99. So if you want some of that faster RAM for an Intel build, again, 6,000, nothing's changed, so 6,000 is still kind of the sweet spot for AMD. Fractal Design Torrent. If you want to air cool 9950X, 7950, well, you can't do a 7950X, but if you want to air cool a 9950X, you want an air cooled 9950X build, Fractal Design Torrent, great case, amazing airflow, on sale, $50 off, $139.99. Tough Gaming, this is a AMD Ryzen 9 7940HX with an RTX 4070, on sale for $1299.99. So that's a 7940HX plus a RTX 4070, 16 gigs, which you can upgrade to 32 gigs. You can also upgrade and do another NVMe drive. So $1299 is a great price if you're looking for a gaming laptop, and we've really been impressed with ASUS gaming laptops. And then the Samsung 27-inch Odyssey G6, 360 hertz, 0.03 millisecond OLED screen, $100 off. So that is 27 inches OLED for $100 off, making it $799.99. So really, really good deals. My favorite here, probably the laptop, this whole bottom row, probably my favorite. Right now, these are all really, really good deals. And this laptop and monitor, I love Samsung Odyssey monitors, so there you go. So everybody say, thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom. And then again, reminder, guys, as we get ready to test this and get this turned on, just a reminder that Budget Build Friday, starting next week, every Friday, starting at 4 p.m. Pacific time, at 3 p.m. Pacific time, we will be giving away those PCs, but a new budget build with all the testing every Friday, starting next Friday, and then we'll have the video, the corresponding video out the next week. That's starting next Friday, and every Friday after that for the next 2 or 3 months. We'll see how it goes and see if it picks up. So 3 p.m. Pacific time, Fridays. Also, tomorrow we're going to be doing another build. It's in the, oh my gosh, the Antec C7 ARGB. So it's their brand new C7 ARGB. We're going to be doing a 7800X3D build in that tomorrow. And then Friday, we're back for Intel Live. And guys, don't forget, we still have 2 hours plus left here on the stream today because we're going to be playing some ZZZ. So it's not even close to over, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up of what else is to come. So anyway, huge shout out to Tom for cooking us up with the deals. Let's get this plugged in and see how it runs. So, okay. Now we just got to get this into the, got to get this into our GPU. So, whoa. Oh, yeah, no wonder. I was like, wait, I almost dropped that build. And there's the YouTube goal right there. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get this plugged in now. Okay, so first cable, I have plenty of room in the front, so this shouldn't be bad. Okay, so we're gonna route this through the side here. You can see I routed it through the side there. Plenty of room. I think this is it. The bigger question is, there we go, okay. I think that's in. I hope that's enough room. Okay, so that's routed. So there's one routed. And then we'll pre-route this. Won't hook it up yet. Just because you guys like to see the BIOSes and all that stuff. So. Okay, so now the rest of it actually wasn't that bad, guys. Pretty straightforward. Able to do that pretty easily. Okay, so plugged in. Plugged in. Oh, that's some grippy tape. Grippy. Okay. Now we got all this in. Will be on this system for a while, hopefully. If it posts, I think it will, but you never know. We're gonna use all of the fun things, right? Man, I think I should have routed these through and then I think doing it this way was the wrong way. Okay, one more, guys. A shroud for the riser cable. I mean, we'll have to see when it turns on, right? You may not even notice it. Hey, all the cables are in, power's on. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, lights. It's not hitting anything. It's very quiet. Okay, the RGB for the rear fans are on. The pump light's not on though. That's weird. I might have to turn that. Oh no, it is. It just turned on. Okay, we're just waiting to see. Oh, I see posting. It is posting, guys. There it is. Yeah, everything's fine. It's just posting. And there it is. It's going into Robeytech now. So we are in. Okay, so now we can hook up our display port, which is there we go. Okay. Okay, display port's on. Yay! It all works. Okay, there we go. So there it is, guys. It looks good. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. It's got RGB. You know what I mean? Like in terms of the side here. Oh, here we go. It's funny. It's not a lot of RGB, but it is good, you know? I think the only thing I gotta fix is right here. Yeah, it looks good. Oh, that RGB is not on either. So I think there's just some RGB stuff that I need to play with because this was on and then it went off. Also, this is gone now. So I think there's some RGB that I have to turn on here. Okay, here we go. Oh man, go back. Okay, here we go. Okay, so lighting. Let's do purple. Anything change? I don't see anything changing. So it shows the Ryzen 9 Granite Ridge, okay. This calls it Granite Ridge. wonder if it's not type of product, case light, save, and then case light, save. And we want it purple. Nope, nope. Oh, let's just do this. Oh, I don't see anything on there right now. It says they're enabled. I don't think, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Let's, first thing we need to do, let's go and do, I need L-Connect 3. Install. I wonder why the like, and it is like the RGB is plugged in, right? And they're plugged in. And I see RGB on this, but I don't see all of the, and I saw the case fan RGB first. Oh. So I can change it here. I'm okay with that. Okay, cool. So there we go. So now we have some color now. And then I think we need to do, I don't see RAM here, so I'm gonna have to do, I don't know, we'll have to grab the Fury control. Let's get rid of the, where is the storm? What is it called? Firestorm. Get rid of Firestorm. We need to install. This is always the thing with. Okay, so that takes care of that. Let's grab Fury control. Oh, there was Fury. There it is. That's already in here. Yes, apply. Okay, let's go to static, and we'll do like a purple, I think. There we go. Ooh, I like that. That looks good. Okay, takes care of that. Dude, what the? $23 minutes, dude, what the, okay. What is like, what kind of, like you're like, hey, like why is this like the worst download ever? It's saying 2 hours to download L-Connect. I mean, the rest of the build looks good, but okay. Wow. No kidding, man. That's ridiculous. That is so bad. Okay, let's do RGB. I mean, I think it like picks up at one point in time, but like it's like it'll zoom up at one point in time. I just don't remember when it happens. Now, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and install ZZZ game. Because we're going to be playing this. Look at that. That like installed in like no time. Meanwhile, we're still waiting for this. And well, don't worry, we'll do temps, but I can't do it without Alt Connect 3. Because it needs to, oh, see, it's getting faster now. Okay. No, it's not. Okay, I want to find these. Okay, I got it. I got it installed. Okay, cool. Let that install while this takes 10 years, but this should be done. Okay, start now. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? There we go. If you could like have it auto renew. Okay, we're just gonna put Mystic Light on so we can change the RGB on the GPU. It's funny because I haven't looked at the front here. There must like be like no light on the front of the GPU because the GPU is here, so you can't really see. Yeah, there's no light on the front of the GPU. It's only on the side. Can't hear him talking through the music? What? The music's not even that loud. Steady. We'll do like a purple. There we go. It's very loud. Guys, it looks like it's barely playing. Hey, I turned it down. Oh, you guys hear music. You guys hear music from here. Oh, it's not coming through my thing. Oh, it's the website music, not, okay, I was like, wait, what? Oh, that's why. I was like, wait, what? Okay, that's gone. Sorry, guys. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? This is like so ridiculous. This is downloading at 13 point something. What is this even doing? Like, how do you even do this? Like, I mean, like, how is that like? No, this is wired. Like, if you look, let me just show you. So let's do internet speed test. I mean, I don't have, like, it's like, I don't have any problems, guys. And I'm downloading at the same time, right? So it's like, yeah, we don't have any speed test issues. And we're uploading and streaming and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I know, their CDN's terrible. It's gonna take 11 hours. I already tried the second one. I'm like trying them from both. Maybe that one will go, it starts and then it, hold on, maybe. And then look, it dies. Maybe if I pause it and it'll come back. Note to self, have LConnect 3 downloaded in the future. I mean, I have like 3 systems. Let me try it over here, but I don't, man, this is. I think Kevin has it. I'll ask him when he shows up. He'll be here in a sec. Yeah, dude, this is brutal. I'm gonna see if he has it. One sec, guys. I'm gonna ask him if Kevin's got it. Oh yeah, let's see if it just happens to be on here. Because this is like not working. Here, okay, here we, nope. What version are they on? 2.017. 2.01, that's 1020. So the, oh, this got, no, it didn't really get faster. So we have X64, this was 715 and this is 718, 2023. So that's the late, he doesn't have anything newer than that. The 2.01, 2. So the soonest one he has is here. Well, it's just like I tried that link, and this is literally from downloading from both of them, and they're just so bad. And I even tried on a different computer, and that is bad. It's just like, it's just bad. And I don't have it, I don't think I have it on any of these, so it's not in there. So I'm gonna check to see if maybe I put it on a different. Check on this one real quick. I'm just gonna see if I happen to have it on a. I have Deep Cool. Nope. Check one more, and then we're gonna. I think we're just gonna have to not be able to do. I'll do Cinebench, but it won't be the best. It won't be the best representation of thermals. Nope, I don't see. Nope. It would have been here if it was anywhere. Okay, well, we'll just, yeah. I just downloaded it in 14 seconds. Why is it downloading so fast for you? And it may be where you are. Hit the please try link. I did that. I already did that, and that was what this other one is. I can pause this and see if this gives me more. Like, see what I mean? It's like not doing. Here you go, and then this is the please try link. Oh, it's no, and then see, oh, no, maybe it's fine now. Okay, that one seems to be better. Okay, let's get rid of this and get rid of this. Okay, so that one's good. Okay, I tried it again. Seemed to work that time. I'm gonna put it on this drive now, so we have it, so if this ever happens again. Okay. Okay, so we have it now. Everything's good. Hey, Stealth Hunter, thank you for the sub. While we're doing this, guys, I'm going to go ahead and do the giveaway for the $25 Newegg gift card. Exclamation point community, exclamation point community, starting right now. 2 minutes, guys. Okay, so we got L-Connect 3 now. That was a pain. And that changed. Let's change it to a colorful starry night, static starry night. I like the pink one. Okay, let's go to these. No, I don't want that. I want not color cycle. Trying to find if something that's like that's a lot. That does something. Okay, let's do the outside. Oh, that's cool. Okay, cool. Okay, so all that's lit, and then our lighting is, fan pump is good, and then we have everything good. Okay, so there, okay, so now we got everything ready to go. Okay, let's go and run our, we can actually run our CPU ID. Let's open up Cinebench. So this is a 9950X. There we are right there. Right now we're sitting at 45, which this does idle a little bit higher. So let's run 10 minutes. And there we go. Sitting at about 80 right now, 81. Fans are spinning up now. And there's that score. Oh, that's lower than I expected. 38. We got 41. So I'm surprised it's 30. It doesn't have, I don't have PB. I mean, this is, we have it tested on this board, so this board can be kind of weird. So 38,446, still higher. It's about, that's about the same as a 14,906. Well, 250, it's about 40 watts less, yeah. But look at that temp though, 83. Congratulations to Mr. Tomorrow. Mr. Tomorrow, you are the winner of the... Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Okay, guys, we're getting ready to go to, so there it is. Just I'm letting it run a little bit here. There we go. So it seems to be running just fine. No problems. It's saying, oh, it's actually dropped a little bit in terms of things, but there, 37, 484. I mean, it's like a multi-core. Like, we've seen as high as 41. Blondie, can you check Slack? The giveaway is over. Yeah, that giveaway is done. But there you guys go, temps and everything. So there you guys go. Now we can run like we need to get into gameplay here. Blondie, I sent you some stuff in. You could air cool this, yes, you can. Araxis, no problem. We've actually tested it. Yeah, we've actually tested all that sort of stuff. So we're almost done with this. Well, let's just take a look here. So again, I just want to see what our temperatures are for. Let me just pop this in here. So let's just see what our performance is in 1440p Cyberpunk 2077. Library. Okay, so let's pop this in here and just take a look real quick. We're just going to see what this is, just what gaming performance is at 1440p. Temperature-wise, we have all that stuff in our review, so if you want to see that. Some of this stuff isn't showing up in MSI Afterburner or anything like that yet, so it's kind of hard to show some of this information right now with the newer chip. But again, the build itself, come on, it looks really good with the purple and everything like that. What do you guys think of the different looking build, right? Like it's definitely very different looking, right? Yeah, I think it's really clean. And you still do have some and then you still have some light in the back too. It's hard to show, right? But yeah, like in the back, you can see the fans back there. So you're getting a little bit of ambient light from all around. And like I said, the other cool thing is up here in the front. If we go to static here in the front, you got your GPU just sitting right there. Which is actually pretty cool. So yeah, very, very unique looking build in terms of just the whole thing. Okay, let's just take a look at this just to see what performance is like in gaming. GPU temps are going to be fine. I mean, I can set that up real quick. Hey, Bomby C, congratulations on your win. Here, I'll load up the NVIDIA app real quick. Let's go to graphics, settings, NVIDIA overlay, here we go. There you go. Now you can see CPU. And there's your GPU temperature up there too. Okay, so you guys will be able to see that while we're going. So GPU temp right now is 44, 43 degrees. Okay, so let's just run a standard. We'll do Ray Tracing Ultra, DLSS. We'll set it to balanced. So this is 1440p. We'll leave frame generation. Actually, let's just make it the worst. Let's go to DLA. No, let's do standard. Okay, so this is Ray Tracing Ultra. Setting it on balance. No frame generation. Here we go. Let's just see what it is. And again, CPU is at 50, 56, 50, but that's not temp. And then our GPU temp is in the 50s right now. Right now we're getting 100 frames per second, 199 frames per second. So, I mean, that seems no problem. Let's see if our GPU is spinning here. Yep, there you go. So you can see right there, there's a GPU spinning. So it's actually cooling right now. GPU sitting at 57, so temps are great. And then performance-wise, this is fine. I mean, this is average, again, 1440p, so no problem. I'm not surprised that we're not having much of an issue. Yeah, it's a monster PC. And again, just the parts that are inside of this, because we haven't gone through this, right, just to kind of in there. The PC parts that we have inside of this are a AMD Ryzen 9 9950X. We have the NZXT B650E in white, MSI Gaming X Slim 4080 Super, 3 terabytes of SK Hynix NVMe storage, Kingston Fury 6000 mega transfer at 32 gigs. We have the Lian Li SUP01 in white, the Lian Li Galahad 2 Trinity SL Infinity 360 white AIO, and then the MSI MEG A850 GL PCI 5 motherboard. And then we also have Cable Mod and Asia Horse cables there. And then you go right there, 99.98. And then there you go. It's right there. It is right there. It's very clean, very nice. This build is not up for grabs, guys, but do not forget, we do have the sub-only build for the month of August. We have a link for that right now. That is up for grabs. That is, all you got to do is subscribe with Amazon Prime. If you subscribe at Tier 1, you get 1 entry, and Amazon Prime gets you 1 entry. Tier 2 gets you 3 entries. Tier 3 gets you 5. And then gifted subs get you an additional entry towards winning that amazing, I think it's almost, what does the build cost? What's the cost in that build? It's a 7600X 4070 Super build. I think it's just at close to $2,000. And then also, don't forget, every Friday starting next week, we have Budget Build Friday. Budget Build Friday is we're going to be building a PC under $1,000. We'll be giving every one of those PCs away. If you are subscribed, remember you get additional entries towards that as well. But everybody can enter to win those, and that's every Friday starting at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So, but yeah, there it is. If you're EU Netherlands, the way it works, you can enter to win, but you just need to pay for customs and shipping. So check your text messages. Oh yeah, I'll check my text messages. So it's a 19, so the build on Friday will be a 13400F 4060, $950 in the Montech X3 case. So that'll be the build. The first Budget Build Friday build coming up Friday next week. So yeah, that is it. So there it is, guys. This is the build. Now is the time to game a little. So we showed you gaming temps. We showed you gaming temps. We showed you performance temps. We showed you how to build it. We talked about how weird it is as a CPU. But now it's time to play some ZZZ. So that's what's going to be coming up next. We are going to be saying goodbye to our fine folks over at YouTube. Guys, we're going to be going to gaming just over here at Twitch, and then going from there, guys. So yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. You can pick it up ZZZ for free. Blondie, if you could change the title to ZZZ. If you're over at YouTube, we'll see you tomorrow. We have another amazing build in the Antec C7 ARGB We're going to be doing a 7800X3D build in that. And then we have Intel Live on Friday, checking out a new build from Digital Storm. I think they're playing with that downstairs, custom water cooled, all that sort of stuff. And then again, next week, 3 streams, 3 builds, plus a giveaway every week for the next 2 months. So it should be cool. Yeah, Zenless Zone Zero is really cool. I'm actually pretty excited about it. And then we're going to be playing on this case right here. So YouTube, thanks for checking it out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Twitch, stick around. We're going to be playing some games and all that sort of stuff. So let me just get this prepped. Dump that. And I meant to get a